Zoya was born on a cold winter morning. The moment she entered the world, her cries filled the hospital room, but her parents' joy faded the instant they looked at her. A large, deep birthmark stretched across her left cheek, harsh and dark against her tender skin. The doctors said it was harmless. But to her parents, it was a curse. A mark they believed would bring nothing but shame, gossip, and embarrassment. Zoya's mother refused to hold her. Her father looked away, his face pale with shock. From that very first moment, Zoya was denied love. A lonely childhood. As Zoya grew older, the mark on her face became more visible, and so did her parents' coldness. She wasn't treated like their child, she was treated like someone else's burden they were forced to carry. In family photos, Zoya was never present. At weddings and events, she was always left at home with the maid. Neighbors often asked, "Where is your daughter?" To which her mother would smile awkwardly and say, "He's not feeling well." But Zoya wasn't sick. She was just unwanted. She used to stand by the living room door, peeking out at guests laughing, her cousins playing, her parents smiling, all while pretending she didn't exist. She would sit in her dark room, silently crying, wondering what she had done to deserve this life. And then came the day that shattered her soul. At age 8, she overheard her father yelling at her mother. "Zoya is the worst mistake of my life. If she had never been born, we would have been happier." That sentence, sharp, cruel, unforgettable, carved itself into her heart forever. School. Another battlefield. School wasn't any better. Children, unfiltered in their words, called her names: Scarface, ugly girl, daft wali larky. They laughed when she walked by, whispered behind her back, or stared in silence when she stood alone during recess. Teachers often pitied her. But pity wasn't what Zoya needed. She needed acceptance. Love. A chance to just be normal. But there was none. The turning point. Yet in this world of darkness, Zoya found one small light: books. Books became her escape, into fantasy worlds, strong characters, stories of heroes and heroines who fought back. Slowly, the idea grew inside her. If no one is going to save me, then I will save myself. She started studying harder. She drowned herself in schoolwork. She stayed after class. She didn't just want to pass, she wanted to excel, to prove to herself that she wasn't a mistake. At night, when everyone else was asleep, she would look at herself in the mirror. She would touch the scar gently and whisper, "One day, I will erase you, not because I hate you, but because you've taken so much from me. I want my life back." The hustle for change. In college, she got a scholarship in the medical field, choosing to study science, not just for knowledge, but to understand her own condition. She took on part-time jobs tutoring, waiting tables, even selling cosmetics door to save money. Every single rupee she earned went into a hidden envelope under her pillow labeled New Life Fund. Years passed. She faced more pain, more stares, more rejection. But Zoya kept going. She researched the best surgeons. She emailed dozens of hospitals. She waited, hoped, prayed. The day of transformation. Then came the day she had waited for since she was a little girl. Surgery. She walked into the hospital with trembling hands, wearing no makeup, no jewelry, just hope in her heart and fire in her soul. The surgeon smiled and said, "This won't just be a change of face, Zoya. It will be a rebirth." The pain was unbearable. The bandages stayed on for weeks. She couldn't eat properly. She cried every night from the swelling, the scars, the fear. What if it doesn't work? But then, slowly, healing began. The day the final bandage came off, she looked into the mirror and gasped. The scar was gone. But more than her face, her soul had changed. She smiled not just with her lips, but with a heart that finally believed it deserved happiness. Tears streamed down her cheeks. Not of sadness, but of victory. Becoming the real Zoya. Zoya didn't stop there. She followed her long-held dream of becoming a makeup artist. She studied beauty, skincare, self-esteem. She helped women, especially those with burns, marks, scars, rediscover their own beauty. Then she became a model, not to flaunt, but to represent. To stand for every girl who was ever told she wasn't enough. Her Instagram began to grow. Her story went viral. People called her an inspiration. She gave interviews, spoke on platforms, even visited schools to talk to children about bullying and self-love. And her parents? They saw it all. The magazines, the interviews, the daughter they once hid, now shining brighter than they ever imagined. And one day, her father, the same man who once called her a mistake, broke down in tears holding her picture and whispered, "I was wrong, Zoya. You are the greatest blessing of my life." Zoya forgave them. Not because they deserved it, but because she had moved on. She had won. The final message. Your scars don't define you, your strength does. Change yourself if you want to, but never for anyone else. You are complete, whether the world sees it or not. Just believe in you.